What happened? The second wholesale dealer and shopkeeper Wang asked, the question posed by the second dealer. The second dealer had just gone to exchange silver at the bank across the street, and no sooner had he entered the grand hall than he heard shopkeeper Wang talk about the marquis daughter losing something in Huichun Hall. He went with shopkeeper Wang to look for it, but unexpectedly saw this scene in the side room. This side room was specifically prepared as a rest area for Gu Jiao. Although Gu Jiao didn't use it often, people rarely intruded. When the maid said, "She stole my young lattice belongings," they thought it was a little thief who had sneaked in. But then they found there were only two people in the side room, Marquis maid and Miss Gu. So, is Miss Gu the thief the maid was referring to? The little maid didn't know Gu Jiao. When she saw the second dealer and shopkeeper Wang come up, she immediately pointed to Gu Jiao and said, "It's good that you are here. It's this little thief who stole my young lattice jade pendant. She stole my young master's jade thumb ring too." The second dealer was stunned. Might there be some misunderstanding? She wouldn't steal. How could the little girl steal? She could freely access his accounting room, and she had never touched the valuable objects in there. Moreover, the girl's eyes were clear. If she had really been caught stealing, she wouldn't be so unashamed, surely? But shopkeeper Wang didn't think so. Although he hadn't accompanied them to the marquis residence that day, he heard about it from the second dealer and the old doctor later. It was Miss Gu who had saved the young marquis. She had the opportunity to steal his jade thumb ring. Moreover, the day the marquis daughter came to Huichun Hall, the jade pendant was stolen and appeared on Gu Jiao's desk, which made shopkeeper Wang suspicious. The little maid became angry. "What do you mean she wouldn't steal? Mean to say I am falsely accusing her? What does she amount to, that it would be worth it for me to travel all the way here to frame her?" This was not a pleasant thing to say, but the logic was not unreasonable. The maid worked for the marquis. Her status was even more eminent than many rich families' daughters. If she wanted to slander someone, she would pick someone of suitable standing. Gu Jiao was like an ant on the ground. She wouldn't go out of her way to squash her. Unless she really stole something from the marquis residence. Are you sure you didn't mistake this for something else? There are many things in this world that look the same. The second dealer still stubbornly believed in Gu Jiao's innocence. "Mistook?" The little maid grinned sarcastically. "Do you think the ornaments my young lady and young master wear are cheap stuff from the street? This jade pendant is a gift from the palace. Your entire Hu family couldn't afford it even if you were to squander all your wealth." The second dealer's face turned pale for a moment. If it's such a precious item, it certainly couldn't be Gu Jiao's. But he still didn't believe that Gu Jiao would steal. Isn't it possible that it could be a fake? Perhaps the item in Miss Gu's hand is fake. Shopkeeper Wang glanced at the second dealer worriedly. The second dealer had absolute trust in Gu Jiao, which would undoubtedly offend the marquis residents. He did not want the second dealer to get into trouble. Just as he was considering his words, planning to persuade Gu Jiao to confess and not to offend the marquis residents, Gu Jiao said faintly, "It's not fake, it's real." "You heard her. She admitted it." The little maid said viciously, "You rue." A gentle, distinguished voice slowly sounded from outside the door. "Miss, you're here." The little maid immediately assumed a respectful expression and bowed to the young lady. The young girl, wearing a dark veil, raised the gauze of her veil and her skirt hem and walked slowly. Her demeanor maintained elegance and composure. She was wearing a perfume that could only be afforded by a noble lady from the capital. As she moved lightly, a faint essence filled the room, making the atmosphere fragrant. "Achoo!" Gu Jiao sneezed. She was allergic to this kind of perfume. The little maid glared at Gu Jiao. Seeing that she didn't bow to her lady and even dared to sneeze rudely, she thought that a village girl was just a village girl, never able to be refined. The young lady spoke as usual. "This jade pendant cannot have a counterfeit. The jade used is a Kunlun mountain mutton fat jade, and in Zhan country, only the royal family has the right to mine it. Counterfeiting things used by the royal family is a serious crime, let alone it is impossible to replicate it exactly." "Oh." Gu Jiao touched her chin. What's that attitude?" The little maid continued to glare at her, but because the marquis' daughter was present, She was not as domineering as before. The young lady looked at Gu Jiao and said in a warm voice, "You are that little drug boy, right?" "Emchim." Gu Jiao responded without asking how she had guessed it. It was not hard to figure out. The young lady said slowly, "Take the jade pendant as a gift, return the thumb ring to me, and it'll act as if nothing happened." "Miss." The little maid stamped her foot. Shopkeeper Wang did not expect such a dramatic turn in the situation. The Marquis' daughter was truly magnanimous. Such a valuable item was given away without a second thought. Moreover, she didn't publicize it, saving both Miss Gu and Hui Chun Hall's reputation. Seeing that Gu Jiao remained silent, the young lady continued, "The jade pendant is mine. If you like it, you may take it. But the thumb ring belongs to my brother. I need to get it back to return to him." Shopkeeper Wang was anxious at the side. He thought, hurry up and agree, hurry up and agree. Gu Jiao looked at the young girl expressionlessly and said, "Take back the thumb ring, leave the jade pendant with me." She had suspected earlier that the jade thumb ring belonged to the young marquis, and now it confirmed her speculation. She did not explain that the jade thumb ring accidentally slid into her sleeve pocket while she was rescuing the young marquis. Firstly, she could not describe the rescue process, and secondly, they would not believe it. So why waste her breath? The young lady said, "You sure do know how to pick things. This thumb ring only has special significance to my brother, and when it comes to value, indeed it's not as precious as the jade pendant." Gu Jiao said, "The thumb ring is yours because it indeed belongs to your brother. The jade pendant is not yours, so you have to return it to me." The little maid snorted, "Not our master's? Could it be yours? Don't you pee and look in the mirror? Can you even afford such a valuable jade pendant?" The young lady, "You rue." The second dealer frowned, "Please watch your language, young lady. If you don't believe me, I can't help it." Gu Jiao finished, stretching out her hand, "I'll say it one last time, give me back the jade pendant." The little maid stepped back, "Dream on. This is my young lattice." The young lady squeezed her fingers, suppressing her anger, and said to the second dealer, "Second dealer, you have witnessed everything today. She has openly admitted to her theft. In consideration of your Hui Chun Hall treating my younger brother's illness, I will not inform the authorities. But I hope nothing like this happens again." From start to finish, Gu Jiao only admitted one thing, that the thumb ring belonged to the young master. She never said she had stolen it. However, in their talk, they turned it into her admitting to theft. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know reports so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 893, Not Working 1. At this moment, Xiao Changtian, who was far away, was walking into the bloodthirsty array as if nothing had happened. As long as you step in, I guarantee you won't survive." Saint Lord 6, who was hiding in the dark, looked at Xiao Changtian excitedly. He was finally going to get his revenge. "Hey, First Elder, why are you in such a strange position? Are you comfortable? By the way, why did that person just now disappear?" Xiao Changtian swaggered in under the gazes of several people. When he walked into the bloodthirsty array, he was not affected at all. He could still walk freely in this array. "Holy Maiden 3, what's wrong with you? Why did you suddenly stop?" Seeing Xiao Changtian walking freely in his bloodthirsty formation, Saint Master X's face turned ugly. He looked at Saint Lady 3 with a different expression. "Are you crazy? When did I stop? I've been working hard." Saint Lady 3 was dumbfounded by Saint Lord X's words and immediately retorted, "Why isn't Xiao Changtian affected by the punishment? Didn't you stop?" The three saintesses didn't believe that Xiao Changtian had the ability to stay unaffected by the bloodthirsty formation. "Damn it, I didn't stop at all." Saint Master 6 finally reacted. He looked at Xiao Changtian in disbelief. "How is that possible? This was simply impossible. No one would not be affected by the bloodthirsty array." The third saintess was also very surprised. She also looked at Xiao Changtian in disbelief. What was going on? Could it be that Xiao Changtian knew how to use illusions? Otherwise, how could he not be affected by their demon race's bloodthirsty formation? Hurry up and increase your power with me. I don't believe that Xiao Changtian can be so powerful. The third saintess looked at everything in front of her and said in disbelief. If she used all of her power to maximize the power of the formation, even a saint emperor wouldn't be able to block it. She didn't believe that the formation wouldn't be able to do anything to Xiao Changtian. In an instant, the two of them once again injected their mana into the bloodthirsty array. First Elder, why do you think the surroundings are so strange? Why is there still a red light? Could it be that there were demons nearby? When Xiao Changtian walked to the side of the Great Elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets, he saw the Great Elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets standing there in a daze and asked curiously, "Senior, there are demons nearby." It was because Xiao Changtian had walked to her side. Therefore, the first elder of the secret pavilion felt that the surrounding power had all dissipated. Even the spiritual energy from the bloodthirsty array was continuously recovering into his body. Senior was really amazing. He didn't even make a move. Just by standing there, the bloodthirsty array couldn't do anything to him. I was wondering why you were standing here so strangely. So there are demon race people nearby. Xiao Changtian nodded his head in realization. No wonder the great elder was standing there so strangely. What's going on? Why do I feel like my body is being devoured by the bloodthirsty array? While Xiao Changtian was talking to the great elder of the Tianji Pavilion in the bloodthirsty formation, Saint Lord 6, who was exerting his strength, spat out a mouthful of blood. Then he looked at Xiao Changtian in disbelief. Impossible! How could that person have such powerful power? Even saint emperors couldn't resist this formation. Not only was Xiao Changtian unharmed, but he could even absorb the energy. What was going on? This was because the third saintess was stronger than the sixth Holy Master. Thus, he did not have a huge reaction like Holy Master 6. However, the third saintess still looked at Xiao Changtian in disbelief. At this moment, both of them were filled with shock. An array that could trap even a saint emperor couldn't trap Xiao Changtian. So, what level was Xiao Changtian at to be able to move around so easily? However, at this moment, Xiao Changtian took a deep breath and stretched. Bang, bang. At this moment, Saint Lord 6 and the saintess felt as if a huge palm was smashing towards them. The two of them did not have the slightest strength to retaliate. He could only watch helplessly as he was sent flying in an instant. Dash, dash. After the two of them were hit by Xiao Changtian's power, they were sent flying into the distance. Then, blood spurted out of their mouths again. This is simply too amazing. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king, who had yet to leave, widened his eyes in shock when he saw this scene. This was simply too unbelievable. In the beginning, when Prime Minister Lu had told him about it, he had thought that Xiao Changtian was an expert on par with the great elder of the Prophecy Pavilion. He didn't expect that Xiao Changtian was not the same as the great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets. It was like the difference between heaven and earth. Xiao Changtian's strength seemed to have reached the realm of God. At this moment, Prime Minister's son also saw this scene. So, the expert that day was actually this person I didn't notice. Prime Minister Lu originally thought that the ruler had found another expert. He did not expect that it was actually that mortal. He had actually fallen here. Great Elder, if you just stand here, will the demon race people come? Xiao Changtian asked doubtfully when he saw the change in the Great Elder's expression. The Great Elder had already noticed that Xiao Changtian had sent the two demons flying with just a stretch of his hand. Therefore, Xiao Changtian had already eliminated the demons. Saint Master 6 had already been injured by Xiao Changtian last time, and now he was hit by such a powerful attack and lost his life on the spot. The third saintess was stronger than the sixth Holy Master, so she didn't suffer any attacks before. Therefore, she was still able to get up after receiving such a heavy attack. Damn it, I didn't expect it to be so powerful. Sixth brother, I'm sorry. I can only go back by myself. After Saintess 3 finished speaking, she covered herself with a cloud of black smoke and disappeared. Senior, those two demons seem to have left. At this moment, The great elder of the prophecy pavilion could also sense that the two demons had completely lost their aura. I was thinking of doing something, but I didn't expect him to leave so soon. Xiao Changtian was surprised. Originally, he thought that if he could meet a demon with that kind of strength that day, he could still help. He did not expect that the demon would actually leave. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know reports so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 894, 1 million gold coins. 1. Senior, why don't we go back first? There's no use staying here. The great elder of the prophecy pavilion could sense that these two demons must have suffered some serious injuries. Even if he didn't die, he would be half crippled. Senior, I didn't expect you to be so powerful. You really make me admire you. At this moment, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king suddenly stood out from afar. He had just witnessed with his own eyes what true strength was. With this senior, no matter how powerful the fiend race was, it was nothing more than He watched as the Jade Nether Kingdom's king walked up to him so excitedly and called him senior so excitedly. Xiao Changtian was dumbfounded. He didn't do anything just now. Why was the Jade Nether Kingdom's king so agitated? He even called him senior. This was completely different from the attitude he had towards him in the beginning. Senior, I didn't expect you to be so powerful. I'm really impressed. The Jade Nether King looked at Xiao Changtian and said enthusiastically, Grand Elder, is the Jade Nether Kingdom's king all right? Xiao Changtian asked the great elder of the prophecy pavilion doubtfully when he saw how the Jade Nether Kingdom's king was behaving. Perhaps he felt that you were very impressive for not being afraid of the demons. Hearing Xiao Changtian's question, the great elder of the pavilion of heavenly secrets immediately agreed. Senior was such a low-profile person, so how could he not know what the Jade Nether Kingdom's king was talking about? It was just that he did not want to expose him. I see. Xiao Changtian nodded in realization after hearing the great elder's words. Aya, isn't the Jade Nether King just two demon race people? What's there to be afraid of? Besides, the demons are similar to our human cultivators. Dealing with the fiend race, he did not need to worry too much at all. Xiao Changtian consoled the Jade Nether King after he understood. After all, that night before, he had pressed that demon to the ground and beaten him up. So what did this mean? It meant that not all the people of the demon race were experts. Don't think of the demons as too terrifying. Senior, you're right. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king listened to Xiao Changtian's teachings humbly. How is that possible? How can you be an expert? Aren't you just a mortal? At this moment, Prime Minister Sun, who was being held by the Jade Nether Kingdom's king's subordinates, shouted loudly from behind. He still couldn't believe his eyes. He couldn't believe that Xiao Changtian was such an expert. At that time, he had clearly said that he was a mortal. Shut up. You have no right to speak here. After hearing Prime Minister Sun's shout, Prime Minister Lu slapped Prime Minister Sun's face. This Prime Minister Sun was already at this stage, yet he still dared to shout so shamelessly. He really deserved a beating. Since everything is fine, we can go back now. Looking at Prime Minister Sun who was caught, Xiao Changtian understood that Prime Minister Sun had finally received his retribution. He really deserved it. However, I wonder if the demon race will still send people to take the Jade Green Saint Stone. Xiao Changtian sighed as he was about to leave. Looking at the demon's unrelenting appearance, they probably wouldn't let this matter rest until they got the Jade Green Saint Stone. Senior, I have an important decision. I wonder if you can agree to it. After hearing Xiao Changtian's words, the Jade Nether King asked in a deep voice. Ruler, I don't know what important decision you have. Why don't you tell us and let us hear? Xiao Changtian looked at the Jade Nether King and asked. I think that since that demon is so persistent, our Jade Underworld Kingdom won't be able to protect the Jade Green Saint Rock at all. Why don't we just hand it over to you, Senior, and have you help us keep it safe? The Jade Nether King looked at Xiao Changtian with a serious expression. There was no joking look on his face. What is it? Leave it to me for safekeeping? Xiao Changtian was even more shocked when he heard the Jade Nether Kingdom's king's words. What was wrong with the Jade Nether Kingdom's king? He actually handed this thing to him. Yes, Senior, we want to give the Jade Green Saint Stone to you for safekeeping. Because I can only put it here with you. Our emerald sacred stones are the safest. However, Senior, I know that you might not agree. Looking at Xiao Changtan, the Yaoming king had a serious expression on his face. Although the Jade Green Saint Rock was a treasure that the Jade Nether Kingdom had kept for generations, the Jade Nether Kingdom did not have the ability to protect it now. Therefore, it was better to give it to Senior. Senior, don't worry. As long as you keep it for us, we'll agree to any conditions you propose. Looking at Xiao Changtan, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king still had a serious expression on his face. He did not joke around at all. Ding! The system reminded him warmly that the Jade Green Saint Rock would be of great help to the host in the future. However, just as Xiao Changtian was about to refuse, the system's voice sounded in his head. All right then, since that was the case, he would reluctantly accept the Jade Green Saint Stone. Ruler, have you thought it through? Are you willing to agree to any conditions? Looking at the Jade Nether Kingdom's king, Xiao Changshan's expression also turned serious. One had to know that this thing was so precious and was so loved by the demons. He could not take such a huge risk for nothing. No matter what, he had to get the Jade Nether Kingdom's king to fork out something. Senior, don't worry. My Jade Nether Kingdom's king will do what he says. As long as you want something, we will do our best to complete it. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king had long prepared to bleed. Although the Jade Nether Kingdom's treasury did not have a lot of things, they had everything they needed. It was not just high-grade magic tools. What high-grade weapons? As long as it was something Senior wanted, their Jade Nether Kingdom's treasury should be able to take it out. One had to know that the Jade Nether Kingdom was a country with many years of heritage. Its collection was also very rich. Ruler, you said it yourself. You must not regret it. Since the Jade Nether Kingdom's king had said so, then he would have a good meal. After all, he would have to bear the risk of being hunted down by the demons at any time in the future. Senior, please speak. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king was mentally prepared. Even if Xiao Changtian said something, he would not be surprised. All right, I want 1,000,000 gold coins. Xiao Changtian said loudly. 1,000,000 gold coins. How long would it take for him to earn that amount of gold coins? However, 1,000,000 gold coins shouldn't be too difficult for the Jade Nether Kingdom, which had a deep foundation. Silence. At this moment, the scene became quiet. When Xiao Changtian said 1,000,000 gold coins, everyone became quiet. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know reports so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 895. Making up for her mistakes. 1. Could it be that he had said too much? But wasn't the Jade Nether Kingdom very rich? What? Could it be that he couldn't even take out 1,000,000 gold coins? Seeing everyone looking at him in disbelief, Xiao Changtian was also a little confused. Did he really say too much? If you really can't take it out, I won't force you. Xiao Changtian could only say helplessly when he saw how shocked everyone was. He did not expect that such a country could not even take out 1,000,000 gold coins. It was really pitiful. Forget it. Since they could not take out 1,000,000 gold coins, he would not force it. No, Senior, how can we not be able to fork out 1,000,000 gold coins? The Jade Nether Kingdom's king had not expected that Xiao Changtian would only ask for 1,000,000 gold coins. It was only 1,000,000 gold coins. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king was prepared to bleed, but Xiao Changtian only asked for 1,000,000 gold coins. The others didn't expect that Xiao Changtian wanted nothing else but 1,000,000 gold coins. How could they not be surprised? After all, for a master like Xiao Changtian, 1,000,000 gold coins was simply not worth anything to him. Quick, Prime Minister Liu, go get 1,000,000 gold coins for Senior. Let's go. The Jade Nether King said loudly to Prime Minister Liu. Not long after, many people carried a few boxes full of gold coins over. Dumped it so fast. I knew that the Jade Nether Kingdom must be rich. If I had known earlier, I would have asked for more. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king had agreed so readily, and he felt that he had suffered a little. Senior, This is 1,000,000 gold coins. Don't worry, I won't give you one less. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king did not know why Xiao Changtian wanted 1,000,000 gold coins. However, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king did not dare to be negligent. This person is so powerful, why does he want 1,000,000 gold coins? That's right. 1,000,000 gold coins is not important to him at all. It's obvious that you guys are too narrow-minded. Could it be that the senior still lacks our Jade Nether Kingdom's treasured weapons? At this moment, the cultivators brought by the Jade Nether Kingdom's king were discussing with Xiao Changtian. Today, they had finally seen what a true expert was. Jade Nether King, you've already brought it over, so why would I be worried? Xiao Changtian smiled and quickly put away all the gold coins in the chests. 1,000,000 gold coins could be exchanged for several crystal points. Right, senior, the Prime Minister's son who committed adultery with the demons has been captured. In order to stabilize the hearts of the people in the Jade Nether Kingdom, why don't we hold a celebratory banquet tomorrow? Just as the Jade Nether Kingdom's king was about to leave, he suddenly thought of something and said to Xiao Changtian, "Ruler, you can arrange this matter as you see fit. I'm fine with anything." Xiao Changtian was immersed in the joy of obtaining 1,000,000 gold coins. He did not take the celebration feast mentioned by the Jade Nether Kingdom's king to heart at all. All right, in that case, senior, remember to come to the celebration party tomorrow. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king said excitedly. He had not expected that senior would actually agree to his invitation so readily. This meant that senior did not take the previous matter to heart. When he thought about how Xiao Changtian didn't complain about the Jade Nether Kingdom's actions, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king secretly rejoiced in his heart. At the same time, he was also a little afraid. Fortunately, his senior wasn't that kind of person. On the other side, in the demon race, Lord Demon God, I'm sorry. I didn't complete the mission this time and even suffered such serious injuries. Saintess 3 limped back to the side of the demon god Saintess. Looking at the demon god Saintess, the third Saintess lowered her head in shame. Because the demon god Saintess had specially reminded the third Saintess to be careful of Xiao Changtian. In the end, he still provoked Xiao Changtian. Who would have thought that Xiao Changtian would be so powerful? Useless trash, I told you to be careful, but in the end, you still screwed up. The demon god Saintess looked at the third Saintess with anger. He originally thought that his subordinates would not underestimate the enemy so much, but he did not expect them to be the same. Then, have the Great Elder and Xiao Changtian left? The demon god Saintess glared at the third Empress and asked slowly. He probably hasn't left yet. The third Saintess also knew that she did not complete the mission this time. She would definitely be punished by the demon god Saintess. Therefore, Saintess 3 was also a little worried. She had suffered such a serious injury. If the demon god Saintess punished her again, she might not have a chance to live. Since you haven't left, you still have a chance to make up for your mistakes. At this moment, the demon god Saintess suddenly said to Saintess 3, Lord Demon God. He said that as long as he could make up for his mistakes, he was willing to do anything. The Saintess was worried about what she would do if she was punished by the demon god Saintess, so she said this. You have to know that a saint ruler from the Jade Nether Kingdom has long been a member of our demon race. Since we can't be tough, then we'll do something different. The Saintess looked into the distance and narrowed her eyes. When the time comes, I'll arrange for you to go to the side of that Saint King. At that time, you'll have to pretend to be an ordinary citizen of the Jade Nether Kingdom. As long as you find out who has the Jade Green Saint Rock, you will have to find a way to get close to them and gain their trust. When the time comes, we will have our own ways. The demon god Saintess looked at Saintess 3 and said, After all, it was getting closer and closer to the time when the demon lord needed the Jade Green Saint Rock. If he did not get the Jade Green Saint Rock as soon as possible, he would miss the chance to awaken the demon lord again. Oh right, this is a special recovery pill of our demon race. After eating it, your injuries will almost recover. After the demon god Saintess finished speaking, she stuffed a porcelain bottle into the Saintess' hands and immediately filled it with recovery pills. Thank you, Lord Demon God. I guarantee that I can complete this matter. Saintess 3 was pleasantly surprised that she would have the chance to make up for her mistakes. Moreover, she even received Lord Demon God's recovery pill. She said that this was a blessing in disguise. One had to know that in the demon race, a mere recovery pill like this could not be compared to many celestial artifacts and celestial artifacts. Now, the demon god was actually so generous as to give him one. Don't be happy too early. I think you will know the consequences. The demon god Saintess looked at Saintess 3's excited expression and poured a bucket of cold water on her. Lord Demon God, don't worry. If I can't complete the mission, I'll let you do whatever you want. The third Saintess replied solemnly. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know reports so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 896. The Soul Taoist 1. Saintess Sandangrang also understood that the demon god Saintess wanted him to seduce Xiao Changtian. Although he was not very proficient in this aspect, it did not hinder his actions. After the Saintess left, Sacred Lord Demonic Flame came to her side. It seems that the useless thing on my side is dead. Sacred Lord Demonic Flame knew that Sixth Brother wouldn't be able to do anything. Moyen, why is that Xiao Changtian so difficult to deal with? I know about Saintess 3. She's not weak. In addition, it's fused with your Holy Master 6. His strength definitely wouldn't be too bad. However, he still suffered such serious injuries. The demon god Saintess said seriously. She could feel that Xiao Changtian would be even more difficult to deal with than the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets. Moreover, Xiao Changtian was now working with the Heaven Secret Pavilion. This was a very disadvantageous situation for them. This Xiao Changtian, if it wasn't for the current situation, how could I not send more people to deal with Xiao Changtian? However, because of the Demon Lord, it's not good to send more people out of the Demon Clan. Sacred Lord Demonic Flame was also very angry. He hated Xiao Changtian to the bone and wanted to skin him alive. As long as we can get the Jade Green Saint Stone this time, there is a high chance that the Demon Lord will awaken. At that time, Xiao Changtian will just have to wait. At that time, the Jade Nether Kingdom held a grand celebration to celebrate Xiao Changshan's help in finding Prime Minister Sun, the spy of the demon race. Although the banquet was held in the Jade Nether Kingdom's palace, many people from the public had been invited. Senior, we have invited people from all walks of life to this celebration. Don't worry, we'll definitely promote your name. Prime Minister Lu stood beside Xiao Changtian and said excitedly. Ever since they knew Xiao Changshan's strength, everyone's attitude towards him had completely changed. The great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets, who had been the center of attention at the beginning, had become a foil. There's no need to be so enthusiastic. Xiao Changtian said awkwardly. He didn't help much. They captured Prime Minister Sun because he happened to meet a demon and taught him a lesson. If he really had to say it, he did not have any credit for it. Senior, you don't have to be so polite. We will never forget the kindness you have shown our Jade Nether Kingdom. At this moment, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king walked over and said. With that said, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king walked to the center of the banquet with a smile. All right, everyone, quiet down for a moment. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king said loudly when he saw so many people around him. Although Taoist Hun Yi was a saint ruler, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king had wanted to invite him to help the Jade Nether Kingdom, but he had rejected him outright. Now, this Taoist Hun Yi popped out again, looking really annoying. Oh, so it's this person? As expected of an expert. I didn't expect you to be so handsome. Seeing Xiao Yan, Priest Hun immediately complimented him. However, at the same time, Hun Yi was also puzzled. Why did Xiao Changtian have no spiritual power at all? Even if he used all his spiritual power, he couldn't feel it. However, not only did the third saintess say that he was powerful, but many people also said that his strength was very terrifying. Could it be that this guy's cultivation had already reached that realm? However, this was simply impossible. If there was such an expert in the Jade Lake sacred world, how could he not know about it? Thank you, thank you. Xiao Changtian didn't pay too much attention to Hun Yi's words. After all, this expert didn't look like someone to be trifled with. It was Taoist Chu Xing who attracted Xiao Changshan's attention. Didn't that Taoist Chu Xing go to look for trouble that day? However, not only did he fail, he even lost a pen that he had bought at a high price. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know reports so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 897, Charm Technique 1. This young master is really humble. There aren't many people with such strength. At this moment, the third saintess suddenly said with a smile, Taoist Honey, I wonder who this is. Looking at the third saintess, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king asked curiously. He wasn't surprised that Taoist priest Chu Xing was hanging out with Taoist priest Honey. What was strange was that Taoist priest Honey, who had always been eccentric, would bring a woman with him. Haha, country ruler, this is my new adopted daughter. Don't look down on her because she's young, but her strength isn't small. Looking at the Jade Nether Kingdom's king, Taoist Hun-yi knew that his chance had come. Oh right, ruler, since it's such a joyous day, why don't you let my adopted daughter perform a dance for everyone? Taoist Hun-yi's mind spun rapidly as he looked at the Jade Nether Kingdom's king. Since that's the case, please go ahead. The king of the Yaoming Kingdom knew what Taoist Hun-yi was up to. Now that there were so many people on the scene, he did not want to give Taoist Hun-yi face. Thus, he could only agree to the deal for now. The third saintess had made a lot of preparations. In order to take down Xiao Changtian quickly, she had worked overtime to learn the charm technique. Although it was not at the peak, it was still very good. I'll leave the rest to you. After Taoist Hun-yi finished speaking to the Jade Nether Kingdom's king, he turned to the third holy maiden and nodded. Chu Xing looked at Xiao Changtian with a cold look in his eyes. Last time, he had fallen into his hands. He even lost a treasured weapon that he liked so much. Even now, Taoist Chu Xing still couldn't take it lying down. Chu Xing, what are you looking at? Hurry up, let's go over first. Taoist Han-yi could see that Taoist Chu Xing was staring at Xiao Changtian, but he didn't know about the grudge between Taoist Chu Xing and Xiao Changtian. Got it. Taoist Chu Xing, who had been called back to his senses by Taoist Han-yi, agreed. Chu Xing had wanted to attack Xiao Changtian, but he didn't expect the demon race to hate Xiao Changtian so much. However, this was good. He didn't have to deal with Xiao Changtian. My lord, it is my honor to dance for a lord like you. Please don't mind, my lord. The holy maiden mountain looked at Xiao Changtian and smiled. She didn't believe that her charm technique couldn't take down Xiao Changtian. Then, under everyone's gaze, the third saintess slowly walked to the center of the banquet. The music also started playing in an instant. Because the person that Saintess 3 possessed was originally a cultivator with high cultivation, but he was unknown, so no one recognized his face. In addition, this person had a body that was as tall as a man. Although it was hard to tell how good it was under the cover of the wide Taoist robe, when Holy Maiden Sanyi moved, her hot body was revealed at a glance. Just as the third saintess began her actions, everyone present was attracted by her. I didn't expect the woman following Taoist Han-yi to be so powerful. That's right. Look at this dance. Even I can't help but be intoxicated by it. Just as everyone's eyes were focused on the third saintess, a seductive smile appeared on her face. How can there be such a woman? Her smile is too beautiful. It's true. I feel like I'm already smitten with her. The moment Saintess 3 smiled, she cast a charm spell and saw that everyone's eyes were attracted to her. The third Saintess revealed a proud smile. I didn't expect Saintess 3 to be so powerful. Taoist Han-yi, who was standing in the distance, nodded and said. However, just as the third Saintess was about to see Xiao Changshan's reaction, her face turned ugly. Because Xiao Changtian was not looking at him. Not only did he not look at him, but he was also focused on the food in front of him. It was as if in Xiao Changshan's eyes, he was not as tempting as the food. Damn it, why isn't that Xiao Changtian looking at me? Saint 3 did not doubt her charm at all, because everyone on the field was looking at her with a wretched expression. From this, it could be seen that the third Saintess charm spell did not lose its effect at all. However, Xiao Changtian didn't even bother to look at such a cultivation technique. Could it be that I haven't used the charm technique to its fullest? The third saintess thought to herself. Since that was the case, just wait and see. He would not give up so easily. At this moment, the reaction of the people around him became even greater. Young lady, I love you. Little girl, marry me quickly. I guarantee you'll have a good time. All of you, move aside. This little sister is mine. All of you, move aside. At this moment, the scene suddenly became intense. This was because the third saintess had already practiced her charm technique to perfection. Therefore, the attraction to the people present was self-evident. No way, what's wrong with these people? Seeing the scene turn so intense in an instant, even Xiao Changtian couldn't help but raise his head. As expected, I said that no one can resist my charm. Seeing that Xiao Changtian finally looked at her, the third saint finally let out a sigh of relief. At the same time, she was secretly disdainful. So what if Xiao Chang'an was an expert? He still couldn't resist her. However, at this moment, suddenly, a person, fiercely, scuttled to the side of the saintess, a person and a person. Little sister, come with big brother. Little sister, big brother promises to take good care of you later. The man suddenly rushed up and said to the saintess, Trinity, with a lewd smile. Get out of my way. My sister is mine. Why should I go with you? Just as the man finished speaking to the third saintess, another man rushed up. All of you get lost. My sister can only be mine. At this moment, many men around rushed forward. Oh no, what's wrong with the third saintess? Why can't we control her? Taoist Hun Yi's expression turned ugly when he saw this scene. At this moment, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king finally came back to his senses. Damn it, that woman actually used a charm spell in such an occasion. After the Jade Nether Kingdom's king woke up, he saw that the banquet was in a mess and immediately said angrily, Men, quickly pull these people away. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king did not want the situation to continue to be chaotic, so he shouted loudly. However, what the Jade Nether Kingdom's king did not expect was that even the guards of the Jade Nether Kingdom were mesmerized by the third Holy Maiden's bewitching technique. No matter how loudly the Jade Nether Kingdom's king ordered them, they were completely unmoved. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know reports so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 898. Give an explanation. 1. Damn it, what should we do? Seeing the situation gradually spiraling out of control, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king's expression turned ugly. Cough cough dash, however, when Xiao Changtian raised his eyes, he saw so many men rushing towards the saintess. Immediately, the food in his mouth got stuck in his throat. Cough cough dash, however, when the people present heard Xiao Changtian's cough, they were shocked and took a few steps back from the third saintess. How? What was going on? What happened to me just now? Exactly. What happened just now? Why am I standing here? This is really strange. Because of Xiao Changtian's cough, these people all came back to their senses from Saintess 3's charm. They looked at the people beside them and couldn't help but be puzzled. What's going on? Why is that person so powerful? How can he pull so many people out of the charm spell? At this moment, the charm spell had already lost its effect. Taoist Hun Yi's face was as black as the bottom of a pot. One had to know that it would consume a lot of spiritual power to pull a person out of the charm technique. And now, so many people present had been pulled out at once. From this, it could be seen that that person's strength was not small. No wonder the demon race wanted him to be careful of Xiao Changtian. Just the power of a sneeze was so powerful. Men, quickly arrest this woman. She actually dared to use the charm technique in public. Just as everything ended, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king shouted at the guard. This time, it was all thanks to Senior. If not for Senior's help, the current situation would probably still be very chaotic and difficult to control. How is that possible? How could Xiao Changtian not be attracted by my charm? The people around me were all attracted by my charm. There was no problem with my charm at all. At this moment, the third saintess had realized that Xiao Changshan's strength was immeasurable. Even her charm was useless against him. No wonder Xiao Changtian was still unmoved even though he had put in so much effort. This demoness actually used a charm spell on us in front of so many people. That's right. This woman is simply too terrifying. Hurry up and capture her. The people present only reacted after hearing the Jade Nether Kingdom's king's words. It turned out that the reason why they had lost control for a period of time earlier was because this woman before them had used a bewitching spell. Damn it, I actually failed. Taoist honey, I'll retreat first. The third saintess knew that she would be courting death if she stayed in this situation. Therefore, she ran out after she finished speaking to Taoist honey. Hurry up and stop that woman. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king said angrily. He had actually caused such a big trouble at Senior's celebration party today. How could the Jade Nether Kingdom's king not be angry? Taoist honey, I think you should explain. What exactly is going on? Following that, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king walked to Taoist honey's side and asked in a deep voice. Country ruler, don't misunderstand. This adopted daughter of mine is just a little playful. Taoist honey did not want to fall out with the Jade Nether Kingdom's king so quickly, so he smiled apologetically at the Jade Nether Kingdom's king. This adopted daughter of mine likes people with high strength like Senior. I didn't expect that she would be so bold this time. However, country ruler, don't worry. I will definitely teach her a lesson when I return. Taoist honey had yet to find out who had the Jade Green Saint Rock, so he could not leave so quickly. Hee, I think your adopted daughter did it on purpose. There must be some motive for you to use the charm spell even though you know that there are so many people here. At this moment, Xiao Changtian walked over slowly. He could tell that the adopted daughter must have wanted to attack someone, but she didn't succeed. Fortunately, his cultivation wasn't very high, so that woman's charm spell was useless against him. Taoist honey didn't expect that Xiao Changtian would dare to talk back to him so brazenly. For a moment, he looked at Xiao Changtian angrily. What, did I say something wrong? I think you're doing this on purpose for your adopted daughter. Xiao Changtian wouldn't let this Taoist honey go just like that. If it wasn't for his low cultivation, he would have ended up like those people. Thinking about his current state, Xiao Changtian felt terrified. After hearing Xiao Changshan's words, Honey Taoist's face and heart were filled with rage. Because he had the strength of a Saint King, no one had ever dared to speak to him like this. However, this Xiao Changtian actually dared to shout at him in public. This was simply going too far. That's right, Taoist honey. You were the one who brought that woman here just now. You have to give us an explanation. That's right. You have to give us an explanation. These people looked at Taoist honey with anger on their faces. They knew the power of the charm technique. If Xiao Changtian had acted a little later, they would have been embarrassed. Therefore, at this moment, everyone's anger was all vented on Taoist honey. If Taoist honey did not give them a reasonable explanation, they would not let him off so easily even if he was a saint ruler. I advise you not to be ungrateful. Taoist honey, do you really want to go against me? Taoist honey was extremely displeased when he saw the angry looks on their faces. He refused to believe that these people would dare to offend a saint ruler. How shameless! As expected, when he finished speaking, many people's expressions turned ugly again. This Taoist honey was really shameless. Relying on his strength, he acted so recklessly. Let me tell you, you can't be so arrogant. You've done something wrong, but you're still so righteous. I'm slapping you today to teach you a lesson. Looking at Taoist honey, Changtian couldn't help but slap him on the face. How dare you hit me? Taoist honey didn't expect Xiao Changtian to slap his face in front of so many people. Senior is still the best. You're not afraid at all. Nonsense, what kind of strength does Senior have? Someone who can cover the sky with one hand will naturally be able to easily deal with a puny saint ruler like Taoist honey. Xiao Changshan's slap made everyone feel comfortable. This Taoist honey really needed a slap. One slap was simply not enough. Seeing this scene, Chu Xing wanted to laugh but didn't dare to. Fortunately, he was not so arrogant back then. Chapter 899, Back 1. You're simply going too far. Although Taoist Hun Yi was furious, he didn't dare to attack Xiao Changtian directly. After all, Xiao Changshan's strength was unfathomable. He felt dizzy just by slapping him. Country ruler, that woman ran away. At this moment, someone ran over and reported. We sent out all of our men, but we still couldn't get that woman back. Senior, I'm really sorry about this matter. Such a big mistake actually happened during the celebration banquet. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king knew that that woman was definitely not someone to be trifled with. Moreover, she had an affair with Taoist Hun Yi, so he could not easily offend her. After all, offending a saint king was the most unwise choice for a country. Forget it, I didn't think too much about it anyway. Since that's the case, ruler, well prepare to return to Stardust Town tomorrow. I'll help you take good care of the Jade Green Saint Stone. Xiao Changtian shook his head helplessly. Although that old man was not someone to be trifled with, he would not waste so much time. Moreover, because of this matter, he had also wasted a very long time. He still had to wait to go back and find the spirit tree seed. So that was the case. The green jade Saint Rock was in Xiao Changshan's hands. It seemed like there was no one from the white sect who came this time. They knew that Xiao Changtian had the jade green Saint Stone. After Xiao Changtian finished speaking, he left the banquet. Look, Jade Nether King, you've actually made the usually good-tempered senior angry. Sigh, it seems that senior is disappointed in you. After Xiao Changtian left, the great elder of the prophecy pavilion shook his head at the Jade Nether Kingdom's king and left with Xiao Changtian. Taoist Hun Yi, look at how things are now. You've angered senior. Just wait to regret it. Senior's strength is much stronger than you think. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king glared at Taoist Hun Yi before speaking viciously. Ruler, since the senior has left, then I will leave first. Taoist Hun Yi did not pay much attention to the Jade Nether Kingdom's king. Although he knew that Xiao Changtian was powerful, he had the devil race backing him up. This Taoist Hun Yi is really detestable. Isn't he just relying on his strength as a saint ruler? After seeing Taoist Hun Yi leave, Prime Minister Liu said angrily. If it wasn't for Taoist Hun Yi, why would Senior be so angry this time? If Senior was angry, then all the efforts that the other disciples had put in would be in vain. All of this was because of this detestable Taoist Hun Yi. We can't afford to offend Saint Kings. And we can't afford to offend Senior. However, I didn't expect that Taoist Hun Yi to actually go against us. Then don't blame us for being impolite. The Jade Nether Kingdom's king was also extremely angry. This Taoist Hun Yi was simply courting death. The next day, Xiao Changtian did not stay in the Jade Nether Kingdom for long. He left after bidding farewell to the Jade Nether Kingdom's king. Since they had caught Premier's son who was in cahoots with the demons and had taken away the Jade Green Saint Stone, the demons shouldn't come looking for them anymore. Right, Grand Elder, rest for 2 days after we return. I'll set off to find the next spirit tree seed. Xiao Changtian nodded to the great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets. After all, the delay this time was too long. He was still thinking of quickly gathering enough crystals to exchange for spatial coordinates with the system. Good senior, when we return, I will go to the Divination Pavilion to send you the news of the next spirit tree seed. The great elder of the Prophecy Pavilion said respectfully to Xiao Changtian. In less than 2 days, the two of them returned to Starry Town. Pavilion Master, this mission is all thanks to Senior. If it wasn't for Senior, we wouldn't have been a match for that demon at all. There are really too many experts in the demon race. After returning to the secret pavilion, the first elder immediately went to look for the Pavilion Master. Fortunately, we found Senior and gave us such great help. Otherwise, if our secret pavilion really fought the demons, we might not have one. Of course, the Pavilion Master of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets knew that he had received help from a senior. That was equivalent to the wings of a tiger. Senior's strength is probably even higher than that demon lord of the demon race. Therefore, even if the Demon Master was resurrected, their demon race might not be a match for Senior. On the other side, Xiao Changtian returned to his courtyard first. Senior, you're back. Feng Ling, who was in the small courtyard, said in surprise when she saw Xiao Changtian. I'm back. I wonder how things were while I was gone. Did Pai Xiu steal my gold coins? Xiao Changtian had been thinking about his gold coins. He had earned 1,000,000 gold coins this time. Xiao Changtian was very satisfied with the status of the system. At the same time, Xiao Changtian was also worried that his gold coins would be stolen by Pai Xiu again. Although Pai Xiu had found so many gold coins for him when he left. However, it was hard to change one's nature. Xiao Changtian was still worried. Senior, don't worry. Not only did Pai Xiu not steal your gold coins, I even found a lot for you. Feng Ling immediately said after hearing Xiao Changshan's words. Senior, Pai Xiu has been performing very well recently. If you don't believe me, go under your bed and take a look. This time he found quite a lot of gold coins. Xiao Changtian was a little surprised by Feng Ling Er's attitude. Since when did Pai Xiu and Feng Ling have such a good relationship? Even Feng Ling spoke up for Pai Xiu. However, Xiao Changtian didn't question Feng Ling Er's words and just walked into the house. F***ck. It was actually so much. No matter what, it was at least 300,000 gold coins. He looked at the large amount of gold coins under his bed. Xiao Changtian said in surprise. He did not expect Pai Xiu to be more and more useful now. He actually knew how to take money from home. It seemed that this Pai Xiu really wasn't raised in vain. Oh right, where's the little Pai Xiu? Why isn't it here? Xiao Changtian was very happy now. He had become a millionaire. He was very happy. Pai Xiu seems to be out earning money again. I don't know where it is now. Ever since Pai Xiu was taught a lesson by the seniors, he had been leaving early and returning late. But every time he came back, he would bring back a lot of gold coins. Not bad, this system didn't trick me this time. Hearing Feng Ling Er's words, Xiao Changtian became even happier. On the other side, Pai Xiu followed the white tiger. The two of them walked leisurely in the mountains. Pai Xiu, I heard that although there are many artifacts in the secret realm in this mountain, there are also a lot of gold coins. When the time comes, we'll bring them all back to Master. Master will definitely be happy. At this moment, the white tiger said to Pai Xiu with a smile. Ever since he had experienced the joy of finding gold coins with Pai Xiu, the white tiger wanted to come out more and more. Don't worry, I can sense that there are a lot of gold coins in that place. Pai Xiu replied proudly. He didn't expect that finding gold coins would be more fun than eating gold coins. Chapter 900, Starfall Mystic Realm, 1. On the other side, the sect master of Starry Sky sect received the news as soon as Xiao Changtian returned. He quickly appeared in Xiao Changshan's courtyard. Senior, you're finally back. Master Wanshou said excitedly when he saw Xiao Changtian. Uncle Wanshou, you can't be so excited, right? Xiao Changtian was a little confused. He had only gone out for a few days and hadn't returned. Why was Uncle Wanshou so excited? Senior, you don't know how long I've been waiting for you. Hearing Xiao Changshan's words, Master Taoist Wanshou also replied loudly. It can't be. I didn't go out for long. Uncle Wanshou, is there anything you need my help with? If there is, just say it. Xiao Changtian said helplessly. Why was this elder Wanshou so shocked? Senior, you don't know that you just left. Not far from our stellar town, the Starfall secret realm has opened. Taoist Master Wanshou was very concerned about this matter because he had long been paying attention to this Starfall mystic realm. It had been so many years. Now, he finally heard the news that it was about to open. Uncle Wanshou, is this the reason you came to find me? Xiao Changtian asked in confusion. Although he didn't know what was in the Star Rain secret realm, why was Uncle Wanshou so excited? That's right, Senior. It's that mystic realm. Taoist Master Wanshou looked at Xiao Changtian excitedly. He wanted to enter the secret realm to see what kind of treasures there were. However, Uncle Wanshou, that place is so dangerous. I advise you not to go there. Xiao Changtian looked at Uncle Wanshou with a serious face. This Uncle Wanshou was really funny. An ordinary person had to go to a secret realm that only cultivators wanted to enter. Looking at this old man, he couldn't even avoid any traps in the mystic realm, let alone snatch the things in the mystic realm. Senior, You? What does that mean? Taoist Master Wansh's enthusiasm was extinguished when he saw Xiao Changtian speaking to him so seriously. Uncle Wansho, I advise you not to get involved in this matter. This is all for your own good. Even if you go, you won't have a good ending. Seeing Master Wansh's stubbornness, Xiao Changtian couldn't help but try to persuade him. Besides, this old Uncle Wansho was already old. If anything happened to him in that secret realm, the White Beast and Lorraine would be worried. Moreover, there would definitely be many cultivators going. This Uncle Wansho was simply not their match. It would be fine if the Great Elder of the Prophecy Pavilion went for such a matter, but if Taoist Master Wansho went, he really had to stop him. Senior, since you've put it this way, we can only do this. Although Taoist Wansho was a little disappointed, he knew that his senior would definitely not harm him. That's right, Uncle Wansho. We're all on the same side. I definitely won't harm you. Master Wansho chatted with Xiao Changtian for a while before returning to the Starry Sky Sect. Starry Sky Sect Master, you're finally back. The people from the Yaoling Sect have been waiting for you in the hall for a long time. Just as the sect leader of the Starry Sky Sect returned, a cultivator stepped forward and said, "Are you talking about the Yaoling Sect of the Jade Nether Kingdom?" Hearing the name of this sect, Taoist Master Wansho was a little surprised. He did not expect this sect to actually alarm this sect. It's the sect leader, and the others have been waiting there for a long time. After hearing the cultivator's words, Taoist Master Wansho quickly walked inside. It was possible to offend the Yaolin sect because it was the third largest sect in the Yaoming Kingdom. Its strength could not be underestimated. Like the Fierce Scale sect, Barbarian sect, and so on, they could not be compared to the Yaoling sect at all. Not only was the Yaoling sect powerful, but they also had the support of the Jade Nether Kingdom. There was no need to talk about their strength. "Oh, you're finally back, Sect Master of Starry Sky Sect. We've been waiting for you here." When they saw Master Wansh's figure, the Yaolin sect member who was waiting in the hall stood up and said with a smile. Among these people, the man in the lead was Yao Jin, the younger brother of the Yaoling sect's sect master. This time, in order to explore the Star Luan mystic realm, he had brought many experts. "I'm sorry to have kept you waiting, fellow Taoist Jade Gold." Taoist Wansho said with a smile. "May I know why you have come?" Although Master Wansho was not very familiar with the Yaolin sect, the two sects had some interactions before. Therefore, Master Wansho was very polite to the people of the Yaolin sect. "Master of the Starry Sky Sect, I'm sure you know that the Starfall secret realm not far from your starry town is about to open. This mystic realm had attracted many sections. The people from the Yaoling sect did not hesitate and quickly stated their purpose. Because the people of the Jadeite sect are not very familiar with your starry town, we would like to ask for your help. We invite your Starry Sky Sect to assist our Jade Nether Kingdom in completing this exploration of the mystic realm." The leader of the Yaolin sect looked at Master Wansho and said sincerely, "Of course, Taoist Master Wansho, this favor is not for free. As long as you can help us obtain the artifact from inside, we are willing to split it 30 to 70. Looking at Master Wansho, the leader of the Yaoling sect said, "Fellow Taoist Jade Gold, it's not that I don't want to help you, but I've heard about it. The mystic realm this time was very dangerous. Our Starry Sky sect has just experienced a turmoil, so I don't want to take this risk." Taoist Master Wansho looked at Yao Jin and tactfully refused. He trusted Senior's words very much. Since Senior said that place was not suitable for him to go to and that it was very dangerous, it meant that the mystic realm was not simple at all. Taoist Wansho would not take such a risk so easily. "Starry Sky Sect Master, how about this? Well, split the two sects 40 to 60? The people from the Yaoling sect had not expected that Master Taoist Wansho would reject them. There was an endless queue of sects who wanted to cooperate with the Yaoling sect. Now that they had taken the initiative to look for the Starry Sky sect, the Starry Sky sect had actually rejected them. "Fellow Taoist Jade Gold, this isn't a matter of how much. It's because that mystic realm is too dangerous. Without full confidence and ability, it was best not to enter." Taoist Master Wansho would not disobey Xiao Changshan's words. After all, his senior's strength was on par with a god. Even a master with such strength said that the Star Luan's secret realm was dangerous. He was the sect leader of a small sect, so he would definitely listen to him. Starry Sky Sect Master, we can only split it 50-50 at most. Yao Jin had not expected that the sect leader of the Starry Sky Sect would reject the offer. What was the sect leader of the Starry Sky Sect afraid of? Chapter 901. Don't Go 1. Fellow Taoist Jade Gold, please don't misunderstand. I definitely don't mean to despise you. To tell you the truth, Senior said that place is very dangerous and advised me not to go. Master Taoist Wansho said helplessly to the people from the Yaolin sect. Although he knew that the sect had made a huge concession, he was not sure if it was a big deal. However, he would not disobey his senior's words and take this risk. Starry Sky Sect Master, it's fine if you don't want to come, but you actually came up with such a lousy excuse. Was there danger there? There was no danger in that mythical realm. Yao Jin said angrily after hearing Taoist Master Wanshu's words. The Yaoling sect had already made such a big concession, yet the Starry Sky sect still refused to agree. Did the sect leader of the Starry Sky sect really think that they could only cooperate with the Starry Sky sect? That's not it, fellow Taoist Jade Gold. Senior really told me not to go. I really have no choice. Taoist Wansho could only helplessly say. After Yao Jin heard Taoist Master Wanshu's words, she snorted coldly and left with everyone. Master, didn't we offend them this time? After Yao Jin left with the people of the Lining Yao sect, the white beast walked to Venerable Wanshu's side and said, even if I offended him, it doesn't matter. Don't tell me I have to listen to Senior and go to the Star Luan mystic realm with them? Taoist Wansho said helplessly after hearing the white beast's words. Oh right, why are you back? Taoist Wansho asked in confusion as he looked at the white beast. Isn't Senior afraid that you'll go to the mystic realm? So he specially told me to come back and see you. Master Qian didn't say that the mythical realm was very dangerous. There must be something not to be trifled with inside. The white beast had a serious look on his face. He had never seen his senior speak to him in such a serious manner before. That's right. Even an expert like Senior said that the Star Luan mystic realm is very dangerous. So I definitely won't go again. Master Taoist Wansho nodded in agreement. After all, Senior wouldn't harm them. Martial Uncle Jean, that sect master of constellation, is really arrogant. We've already made such a concession, but he's still unwilling to cooperate with us. After the people from the Yaoling sect left the Starry Sky sect, a young woman beside Yao Jin said angrily, isn't it just a small Starry Sky sect? Could it be that other than the Starry Sky sect, we can't find any other sects to cooperate with? The Starry Sky sect would regret it sooner or later. Yao Jin was also very angry. This Starry Sky sect was simply too arrogant. At that time, within the demon race, Lord Demon God, although we didn't get the Jade Green Saint Stone this time, we've already found out that it's in the small world. Xiao Changtian. Saintess 3 looked at the demon god Saintess carefully because the mission she gave her was to get the Jade Green Saint Rock. However, no one expected that they would fail again. You're really useless. How long has it been since I handed this matter to you? The demon god Saintess said with a gloomy face. Lord Demon God, don't blame the third Saintess. That Xiao Changtian is too cunning. Moreover, his strength is also very strong. We are not his match at all. Seeing Saintess 3 being scolded by the demonic god Saintess, Taoist Hun Yi could not help but speak up for her. Taoist Hun Yi, you have the strength of a saint ruler. What's going on? He actually came back so dejectedly this time. The demonic god Saintess looked at the soul Yi with curiosity. Just how strong was Xiao Changtian that even the Saint King Soul Yi could not do anything to him? Lord Demon God, although I can't see Xiao Changshan's strength clearly, his strength is definitely more than a little bit higher than mine. Therefore, it was normal for Saintess 3 to not be able to deal with him. Taoist Hun Yi knew very well that Xiao Changtian was not his match at all. If that's the case, then Xiao Changtian is a great enemy of our demon race. The Saintess' face turned serious at this moment. Demon God, what's wrong? You haven't obtained the Jade Green Saint Stone yet? At this moment, Sacred Lord Demonic Flame walked out and asked, "What realm is that Xiao Changtian at?" Even Taoist Hun Yi was no match for him. The demonic god Saintess couldn't help but ask when she saw Sacred Lord Demonic Flame walk out from the side. "I don't know the strength of that Xiao Changtian, but we can't underestimate him. If even Taoist Hun Yi was not a match for him, then he must have reached the Saint Emperor level." Sacred Lord Demonic Flame also knew how powerful Xiao Changtian was. "You too, I've already understood the situation. Although Xiao Changtian is very powerful, you can't give up on getting the Jade Green Saint Rock." Third Saintess, "If that's the case, I won't pursue this matter for now. I'll give you 2 months. If you don't get the Jade Green Saint Stone, you don't have to come back." The demon god Saintess looked at the two of them and said faintly, if it wasn't for the fact that the Jade Green Saint Stone was extremely important, she wouldn't keep asking for the flying Jade Green Saint Stone. 1 month. When the 3 holy maidens heard this, they couldn't help but look at each other. They felt that even if they were given half a year, they might not be able to deal with Xiao Changtian. "They'll send more people to help you. At the same time, you can use whatever you want in the demon race's treasure cave as long as you can bring me back the Jade Green Saint Stone within a month." The Saintess knew that they couldn't deal with Xiao Changtian this time, and they wouldn't be able to do it again. Saintess 4, Saintess 5, and Saintess 6 will follow you. What's so difficult about such a small mystic realm? Scorching Sun Sect Master, don't worry. We will definitely not mistreat you if you follow us. Yao Jin smiled and nodded at the leader of the Scorching Sun Sect. "I'm relieved to hear that," the Scorching Sun Sect Master said with a smile. Ever since the Scorching Sun Sect had chased away the barbarian sect, their reputation had spread among the sections. This was also the reason why the Yaoling sect had sought cooperation from the Scorching Sun Sect. The Scorching Sun Sect had been interested in the Mystery Land, and now there was such a big sect cooperating with them. Of course, they were very happy. "Sect Master, the Scorching Sun Sect is working with the Yaolin sect. Can we really snatch something from them?" At this moment, the Fierce Wind Sect's people looked at the Scorching Sun Sect's people in the distance and murmured, "Isn't the Scorching Sun Sect cooperating with the Yaoling sect? What's the big deal?" The Starfall Mystic Realm was so big, they couldn't possibly go to so many places at once. The Fierce Gale Sect's sect master looked at those people in the distance and said slowly, "Ever since the last time the Gale sect was targeted by the Starry Sky sect, the Gale sect's status in these sects had rapidly declined. Even those small sects now dared to bully them. In order to regain their glory, the whole Gale sect decided to come to this Star Luan mystic realm to find some artifacts to display their might. On the other side, after White Tiger and Pai Xiu swept through the mystic realm, they came out from the other side. Brother Hu, we've really gained a lot this time. When Master returns, he'll be very happy. Maybe they will reward us with something." Pai Xiu looked at the two of them with gold coins on their backs and a bright smile on his face. "That's for sure. Master loves gold coins so much. He would definitely be happy to take so many back." Then, the two of them went back to Xiao Changshan's courtyard without looking back. At that moment, outside the Star Luan secret realm. "Right, fellow Taoist Yao Jin, how do I open this mystic realm?" At this moment, they had already arrived at the location of the Star Luan mystic realm, but after walking around, they did not find the entrance to this mystic realm. They did not even find a door. "This is a piece of cake for our Yaoling sect," Yao Jin said confidently to the leader of the Scorching Sun sect. Yao Jin smiled at the Scorching Sun sect master and took out a small jade stone. Buzz buzz. The jade shined in Yao Jin's hand and emitted a buzzing sound. "Found it, it's right there." Yao Jin then pointed at a slope in the north. "This thing is really magical. It can actually sense the entrance to the Star Luan mystic realm. To think that the people from the Yaoling sect could actually take out such a treasured weapon. They were indeed worthy of being a large sect in the Jade Nether Kingdom." Seeing Yao Jin use such a treasured weapon, Pai Xiu immediately realized that something was wrong. He put down the sack on his back and wanted to slip away quietly. "Stop right there. Where do you want me to run?" One Pai Xiu was enough to annoy me, And you, a little cat, actually followed him around to cause trouble. Xiao Changtian noticed that the white tiger wanted to escape. Therefore, he immediately grabbed the back of the white tiger's neck and said, "Boo-hoo, boo-hoo." White tiger also did not expect that this pot would actually fall on his head. The two of you, from today onwards, are not allowed to take half a step out of this courtyard. Ling, don't mention them and plead for mercy. I'll give you a mission now, which is to watch over the two of them. Xiao Changtan looked at the two animals and said angrily, if these two little fellows were to cause trouble again, he would really consider throwing these two things out. Thinking about how so many people had come knocking on his door today, Xiao Changtian was incomparably angry. Feng Ling also did not know that the gold coins that Pai Xiu had previously stolen were actually stolen. Looking at the Pai Xiu, Feng Ling could only show an expression of wishing herself well. Meanwhile, in the Starry Sky sect. Sect Master, are we really not going to the Star Luan Mystic Realm? This time, quite a few sects went to stand on the edge of the city. At this moment, an elder of the Starry Sky sect said to Master Wanshou. This person did not understand why the sect master was so stubborn and was unwilling to go to the Star Luan Mystic Realm. The artifacts and pills there were the dreams of many sections. But now, the sect did not care about these things. Moreover, the Starfall Secret Realm was not far from their Starry Sky sect. He really could not understand why the sect master was unwilling to go. Since Senior said that it's dangerous, then we definitely can't go. So what if they went to so many sects? Master Taoist Wanshou looked at that person and said slowly, Senior, it's that Senior again. I wonder what kind of strength that Senior has to make the sect master believe so much. What kind of danger can that mystic realm have? At most, he would only be slightly injured. It was just that after listening to Senior's words, the sect master was not even willing to go. After hearing the explanation of the sect leader of the Starry Sky sect, that person turned around and left angrily. He was just waiting for the sect leader to regret it. He was waiting for the other sects to rob that place of all the treasured qi and medicinal pills. His Starry Sky sect was just waiting to become a joke. At that moment, in the Star Luan Secret Realm. Boom, boom. Not long after these people entered the mythical realm, the surroundings shook, and the entire ground seemed to have experienced a huge earthquake. Even if everyone used their spiritual power to stabilize their bodies, they could not help but feel dizzy from the commotion. What happened? What is going on? Looking at the spinning world around them, these people all said in horror. They had never encountered such a situation before. Not good, look at your feet. At this moment, someone shouted. After hearing this shout, everyone's eyes immediately turned to their feet. Ah! No, run! Help! At this moment, these people noticed the huge cracks spreading under their feet. Looking at the huge crack, it was like an abyss. Many people who did not escape fell down. Scorching Sun Sect Master, come up quickly. At this moment, Yao Jin said to the Scorching Sun Sect Master. Yao Jin didn't run away in a panic like the others because he knew that the speed of the abyss was too fast. Even if he ran, he wouldn't be able to get anywhere. At this moment, the treasured weapons of the Yaoling sect came in handy. Yao Jin quickly took out a small flying boat and brought the Scorching Sun Sect's sect master to board it. Below their flying boat, countless cultivators screamed. Chapter 904, They're here. This is too terrifying. The Scorching Sun Sect's sect master said in horror when he saw the situation below. Could it be that what that senior said was true? Yao Jin could not help but narrow his eyes when he saw the scene before him. He could sense that if one did not have extremely powerful strength, they would definitely not be able to escape this abyss. Uncle Master, the leader of the Starry Sky sect, was right. This mystic realm is really too dangerous. At this moment, the people from the Yaoling sect who came with Yao Jin could not help but tremble as they spoke. He looked at the huge abyss in front of him. They could feel a strong sense of fear. You brats just lack training. What's there to be afraid of? However, Yao Jin said with a straight face after hearing these people's words. Although he also admitted that the sect master of the Starry Sky sect was right, he did not want to lose face in front of the juniors of his sect. Therefore, he reprimanded these people. Zong, sect master, many of our sect's people have fallen. The people from Scorching Sun sect who came with the sect leader of Scorching Sun sect also said in horror. What's there to be afraid of? With the people from the Yaoling sect following us, we definitely won't lose too much. Although the Scorching Sun sect master was also very flustered, he did not say much when he saw Yao Jin's serious expression. Meanwhile, in the Starry Sky sect, it actually caused such a huge commotion. It seems that Senior is right. That place is really very dangerous. Fortunately, I didn't rashly go forward. The sect master of the Starry Sky sect, who was far away, also felt the earth-shattering commotion. He looked in the direction of the Star Luan mystic realm and muttered, "Our sect master is just a coward. What danger is there in that commotion?" Now, all the good things had probably been snatched away by others. The elder of the Starry Sky sect, who was standing far away, could not help but comment softly when he saw their sect leader's reaction. This elder had originally wanted to support the Myriad Swords Peak Master to become the sect master. However, he did not expect that the Myriad Swords Peak Master would be so disappointing that he actually could not win against Taoist Master Wansho. I can't wait any longer. You guys come with me to that mystic realm to take a look. I don't believe that mystic realm can be very dangerous. After that elder finished speaking, he led everyone towards the mystic realm. He wanted to go to the mystic realm to see what kind of danger there was. Moreover, not only was he going to take a look this time, he was also going to take back some treasure aura at the same time to let the sect master of Starry Sky sect know that the senior he was talking about was not reliable at all. On the other side, outside the mystic realm. Haha, I knew it was dangerous inside, so I didn't rush in. Look, I guessed it right. The Fierce Scale Sect's sect master, who was standing outside, said when he heard the commotion in the mystic realm. With such a huge commotion, at least half of the people gathered inside will die. Then, sect master, when can we enter? First Elder Fierce Wind looked at the sect master of the Fierce Wind sect and asked. There's no hurry. It would take at least a while before it calmed down. It's not too late for us to wait for the commotion to calm down before going in. The Fierce Scale Sect's sect master was naturally afraid that the treasured weapons inside would be snatched away by those people first. However, with such a huge commotion, it was not suitable to enter at all. On the other side, in the Star Luan secret realm. Martial Uncle, the commotion has finally stopped. When can we go in? The people from the Yaoling sect saw that the huge abyss had finally stopped moving, so they asked carefully. It's probably about time now. Let's continue walking inside. Although Yao Jin was also afraid that there might be more powerful attacks inside, the temptation of artifacts and pills was also huge. At this moment, the people of the Yaoling sect were extremely afraid. The Constellation sect master was right. The danger in this mystic realm was immeasurable. The decision of the Constellation sect master not to come to this place was correct. If not for the fact that their Yaoling sect had a flying boat, they would have been completely annihilated by now. However, their uncle master was too obsessed with treasure chi and medicinal pills. Even if there was danger inside, he did not hesitate to enter. Although the Scorching Sun sect's sect master was also very afraid, he did not dare to say anything when he saw Yao Jin rushing in without fear. All right, there's no movement now. We can go in. At this moment, outside the mystic realm, the Fierce Scale Sect's sect master said to the Fierce Scale Sect's people. In the midst of the violent wind, the sect master had just brought the people in the violent wind into the mystic realm. The elder of the Starry Sky sect walked over with a group of people. I told you there was no danger here. Seeing that they had all gone in, there were probably quite a number of people snatching the treasure now. When the elder of the Starry Sky sect saw that the outside of the mystic realm was empty, he knew that all the sects that were looking for treasures had gone in. Let's hurry in now. Otherwise, the treasures and pills will be snatched away by them later. After the elder of the Starry Sky sect finished speaking, he led a group of people and set off into the mystic realm. At that time, in the secret realm, it seems that the place where the artifacts are stored is in front. Yao Jin, who was on the flying boat, looked ahead and muttered. After a while, These people finally landed in a safe place. It seems that the place where the artifacts are placed is just ahead. Let's hurry up and go. Looking at the scene in the Mystery Land, the Scorching Sun sect master couldn't help but say happily. It seemed that the cooperation with the Yaoling sect this time was the right choice. He knew that a large sect like theirs would definitely lead them to find the treasured weapon. Also, that Starry Sky sect was really stupid. They actually let go of such an opportunity. Marshal uncle, come and see. Right at this moment, the person running in front of Yao Jin turned around and shouted at her. Haha, did you see a lot of artifacts? I knew it. Other than the abyss at the beginning, what other dangers could there be? Yao Jin said with a smile after hearing the person's shout. No, that's not it. Marshal uncle, come and take a look quickly. After hearing Yao Jin's words, that person shouted again. How did this happen? The Scorching Sun sect master, who couldn't wait, had already walked to the front. When the Scorching Sun sect master saw the pile of items in front of him, he was in disbelief. How can these things be? These artifacts are incomparably powerful immortal artifacts. Why did it become like this now? At this moment, what greeted everyone's eyes were not piles of dazzling artifacts, but scrap metal that looked like it had been ruined. He saw the artifacts piled up on the ground. Moreover, it was unknown what had damaged it, and it had long lost its original appearance. Everyone was stunned by this scene. They couldn't believe it. Why did the treasure aura become like this? Chapter 905. Who pooped one? Who did this? Why did he waste such a precious celestial artifact? He looked at the scrap metal on the ground. Yao Jin was also shocked. At the same time, she was extremely angry. He was eager to know who had destroyed these artifacts. They had come here with great difficulty and had actually encountered such a thing. Marshal uncle, something bad has happened. Come here and take a look. Just as everyone was secretly surprised and angry, another shout suddenly sounded from not far ahead. What is it this time? Yao Jin, who was already extremely angry, asked impatiently when she heard the shout. Marshal uncle, quickly come over and take a look at these pills. Yao Jin followed the person's voice and walked over. The Scorching Sun sect master followed him curiously. How did this become like this? Who did this? Yao Jin was already very angry. He did not expect the next scene to make him so angry that he almost fainted. This was because what they saw now was nothing else but the medicinal pill that the white tiger had crushed on the ground. These medicinal pills looked like they were above the sacred grade. A medicinal pill of this level was actually crushed here now. At this moment, everyone they saw felt their hearts ache. That was a saint-grade medicinal pill. Let's not talk about the previous artifacts first. Now, even the medicinal pill had become like this. Who had such great ability to actually make the mythical realm become like this? Could it be that the senior sect master of Starry Sky sect had already predicted this outcome? At this moment, Yao Jin finally reacted. No wonder the sect master of the Starry Sky sect was unwilling to come. It turned out that the senior had expected this outcome. What was the strength of that senior? He actually knew the situation in the mystic realm like the back of his hand. The Scorching Sun sect master was shocked by what he saw. The Scorching Sun sect would be able to show off in the other sects if they took out one of these items. And now, these things had been destroyed to the point where they could not be seen at all. No wonder the sect master of the Starry Sky sect was unwilling to come. It turned out that he had already expected it. He did not expect that the star was actually so powerful. At this moment, the Blazing Sun sect master was also regretting his decision. This time, not only did they not find anything good, but they also lost so many people. This time, he really couldn't explain it to the other people in the sect. What the hell is going on? How did these artifacts become like this? At this moment, the voice of the Starry Sky Elder came from behind them. These are all saint-grade and immortal-grade artifacts. How did they become a pile of scrap metal? Hearing Elder Xingqian's furious voice. After Yao Jin finished speaking, she quickly stretched out her hand toward the treasured weapon. What the hell is this? As soon as Yao Jin Gang took the treasured weapon, he felt something sticky on his hand. Then, Yao Jin placed the treasured weapon under her nose and sniffed it gently. What is this black thing? However, even if Yao Jin sniffed it, he could not tell what it was. It can't be because of some big tonic that has grown over such a long period of time, right? Looking at the black thing, Yao Jin thought of something. If it was a treasured weapon that had experienced a very long history, there would be something beneficial to cultivation on its surface. Could it be that the artifact in his hand was also like this? Forget it, I don't care. Let's try it first. Then, Yao Jin did not hesitate and quickly stuffed the black lump into her mouth. Bah! F***ck, why is it shit? When the black lump was stuffed into Yao Jin's mouth, Yao Jin immediately spat it out and roared angrily. Haha, I thought this old bastard jade gold was something, but it turns out to be dog shit. Seeing his reaction, the elder of the Starry Sky sect laughed so hard that he could barely straighten his back. The people behind them were grinning from ear to ear. Even the people from the Yaoling sect covered their mouths and laughed secretly. What are you laughing at? What's so funny? The Scorching Sun sect master couldn't help but shout at the people behind him when he saw them laughing so happily. Not only his body, but even his spiritual powers seemed to have been frozen by this attack. If he didn't have any great ability, how could he have caused such great damage to him? He had just taken over Yao Jin's body, and now he had suffered such great damage. He felt that his soul power had become extremely weak. Therefore, he did not dare to rush out of the mystic realm at all. This was because the mystic realm itself had an aura that imprisoned him. If he rashly went out in his current situation, he would probably not have a chance to live. Father! Father! Why did this happen to you? If I hadn't asked Senior for help, Father, I'm afraid you would have, Lai Jing, who had just walked out of the Starfall's secret realm, said worriedly when he saw the Scorching Sun sect master and the others running out. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know reports so we can fix it as soon as possible. On the other side, the elder of the Starry Sky sect had already brought the remaining members of the Starry Sky sect back. Only the people from the Yaoling sect were left. Uncle Master, don't stop me. I want to go back and save Uncle Master. A young man from the Yaoling sect looked at the exit and said, Second Senior Brother, don't be too excited. Uncle Master had already been possessed. It would be futile for you to go in again. The people around them quickly tried to persuade the young man when they saw him like this. Martial Uncle, no. How did Martial Uncle become like this? It's all the fault of the person who launched the attack. The young man suddenly turned around and looked at the Scorching Sun sect master. Is this kid crazy? The Scorching Sun sect master noticed the cold look in the kid's eyes. He didn't know what this kid was thinking either. His martial uncle Yao Jin had long been possessed and was no longer around. Now, he actually wanted to vent his anger on them. It was simply unreasonable. He didn't blame Yao Lin's people for cooperating with them. Not only did they not get anything, but they also lost so many people. On the other hand, the people from the Yaoling sect were still thinking of taking revenge on him. If he had not asked his son to ask the senior for help, they would have died long ago. Let me tell you, kid, your martial uncle's death has nothing to do with me. He watched as the kid approached him little by little. The Scorching Sun sect master couldn't help but say, I don't blame you. I just want to know who launched this attack. The young man stared at the Scorching Sun sect master with bloodshot eyes. He was about to go up and tear him apart. That attack was from Senior. What's wrong? Could it be that you still want to find Senior? Of course, Lai Jing also noticed this young man, so he said to him with a serious expression, Quickly tell me where that Senior is, or I'll kill him. While the Scorching Sun sect master was still in a daze, the young man put his saber on the Scorching Sun sect master's neck. You despicable villain, how dare you do such a thing? Lai Jing looked at the young man's actions and his face was filled with anger. Jing, don't worry about me. The Scorching Sun sect master did not expect the young man to have such a temper. I advise you to stop trying to be brave. But our sect master gave it to me personally. His strength had long reached the level of a saint. If you want to forcefully break free, you'll either die or be half crippled. The young man looked at the Scorching Sun sect master and smiled sinisterly. Damn it, this person is actually so despicable. He actually did such a thing. Lai Jing had not expected that this person would be so arrogant even though his senior had saved them. I'll give you 5 seconds. If you can't tell me where that senior is, I'm really going to make a move. The young man looked at Lai Jing and said fiercely. Hiss. Chapter 9:10. A Murderous Intent. 1. I'll go back and report to the sect master first. You guys go and stop him first. Looking at the chaotic scene, a young man from the Yaoling sect stood up and said, Eldest senior brother, you should go back first. Well, go stop second senior brother now. The remaining people looked at the young man and said, after saying that, these people dispersed. These people from the Yaoling sect really deserve to die. If I had known earlier, I wouldn't have cooperated with them. The Scorching Sun sect master said angrily as he watched them leave. He had thought that he had picked up a huge bargain, but he did not expect it to be a mess. Father, this matter is still because of me. I have to go back and help senior first. Looking at the backs of those people, Lai Jing said with a serious expression. It was all because he had exposed his senior's location without permission. Senior would definitely be angry if he knew. He had to hurry back and help stop those people. The Scorching Sun sect master wanted to say something, but when he turned around he saw Lai Jing running toward Xingshan town. On the other side, Yaoling sect's second senior brother was not very old. He soon arrived at Star Town. Glorious Star Tower, glorious Star Tower. I want to see who dares to harm my martial uncle. Looking at the people coming and going in Star's town, second brother said with a crazy face. The people who passed by him were shocked by his expression. This person is probably crazy. That's right. Let's stay away. He looked at second brother's bloodshot eyes and a cold smile on his face. The surrounding people were so frightened that they retreated 8 feet away. He did not care about the fear in their eyes. He walked towards Glorious Star Restaurant step by step. But it's all thanks to you this time. I listened to Senior and didn't go. I just heard about the white ass. I don't think many people who went there survived. At this moment, at the entrance of the Glorious Star Tower, Limitless looked at Master Wanshou and said, because it was not dinner time, there were almost no customers in Xinghua restaurant. So the two of them stood at the door and chatted. I think so too. I feel like I've survived a disaster. Taoist Master Wanshou said with a smile. Wanshou, do you feel a killing intent? Just as the two of them were chatting happily, Boundless suddenly felt a cold aura appear around him. What's going on? Could it be someone from the demon race? At this point, Wanshou's mind suddenly turned to those demons. We have a senior here. How could the demon race dare to come? Limitless waved his hand nonchalantly. Do you have a powerful senior here? At this moment, the second senior brother of the Majestic Jade sect looked at the two of them and said coldly, Kid, who are you? Looking at him, Limitless could clearly feel that the coldness he felt just now came from this kid in front of him. Don't care who I am. Do you have a powerful senior here? Second senior brother didn't chat with Limitless. He only asked with a cold face. Looking at Limitless in front of him, second senior brother thought coldly in his heart that this old man in front of him was really troublesome. If it really didn't work, he would kill him. This was because they had always been by senior's side in the Glorious Star Restaurant. They were afraid that the seniors would think that they had offended them, so in most cases, they would hide their cultivation. Therefore, second senior brother who was extremely agitated didn't know that this old man's strength had already reached the level of a sage sect. You're just a young man. Why do you still want to find senior? Limitless didn't expect that there would still be someone who dared to look for senior. Wasn't this courting death? If you don't tell me now, then don't blame me for being impolite. Second brother was not a soft-hearted person. He looked at the old man in front of him without any fear. All right, since you insist on looking for senior, then you'll have to go through me first. Unbounded walked up to second brother without hesitation. He looked at second brother's gloomy face and said with a bad expression, Since an old man like you wants to die, I'll fulfill your wish. Without any mercy, second brother took out the saber that he had used to kill the leader of Scorching Sun sect. Boom! A mere great Saint Master dares to show off in front of me? Today, I'll let you see who you should provoke and who you shouldn't. At this moment, Limitless did not hesitate at all and erupted with the pressure on his body. This brat in front of him was only a great Saint Master, and he didn't know where he got his courage from to cause trouble. Second brother felt the sudden burst of such a strong pressure from Limitless. His expression changed instantly. Didn't this old man just now have no spiritual power at all? How could he release such a powerful pressure? Ha, kid, you want to find trouble here? I think you're looking for the wrong place. At this moment, even Taoist Master Wansho was looking at second senior brother in disdain. You guys, you are two different sage sects. Second brother didn't expect that he would run into these two tough people as soon as he arrived. With his strength as a great Saint Master, there was no way he could defeat the two of them. If you want to find senior, you have to go through us first. After saying that, Limitless reached out his hand to second brother. Damn it! Boom! Although second senior brother was no match for Limitless, when he thought of his uncle master, an indignant expression appeared on his face. Then he picked up the divine treasure saber and slashed at Limitless. Bang! The moment the sacred treasure sword touched Limitless, Limitless quickly picked up the broom beside him and pushed it against the sword. The broom in Limitless' hand instantly shattered under second senior brother's treasured weapon. However, second senior brother was not any better. Even though the broom in Limitless' hand had shattered into pieces, second brother had taken a few steps back. Damn it, how could Glory Sect be so powerful? Looking at Limitless, second brother said angrily. Even though he was the second senior brother of the Yaoling sect, he was only a great Saint Master. Only the older generation of Glory Sect could reach such a level of strength. If he wanted to deal with Boundless, even if he had a sacred artifact, he would not be his match. Second senior brother, you have to calm down. At this moment, the other members of the Yaoling sect ran over from the other side. When they came over and saw their second senior brother fighting with two experts from Glory Sect, they instantly cried out in fear. Their second senior brother was only a great Saint Master. This was simply asking for death. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know reports so we can fix it as soon as possible.